Hello, I'm Riana Milne. Welcome to the show, Lessons in Life and Love, where I bring you special guests that provide cutting-edge information that helps you have a most amazing life, full of inspiration, and helps to improve all your relationships. Tonight's show, I'm very pleased to introduce global business executive coach and consultant Ramon Palmero, whose firm, Steferi Consulting, helps your company with strategic planning, customer service, and employee programs to help your company differentiate and grow. He's worked for companies like Pepsi, Procter & Gamble, and was a director of business development for Heineken New York City, the Americas region. Ramon does business coaching in Latin America and the U.S. and has a master's degree in finance. And that's a whole lot, Ramon. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Can you tell me, why is it important to have a vision for your life and your business?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your show.
You. Sure.
I really appreciated that. To begin with, let's talk about what vision means.
Okay.
Right? Vision is an end state. It's something that where you want to be in the next 5, 10, even 20 years. Right? So it's very difficult to get to a place where you don't know where you're going.
Right.
So you need to have a place in your mind where you want to be. So most of the greatest achievements of life from people started with a vision in someone's head.
Right. That's true.
So a vision is very important for your business because you want the business to prosper and you want to know where that business is going to be in the future, so that you focus all your efforts, resources, funding into that vision to make it happen.
Okay.
Right? On your personal life,
Yes.
You do the same.
Correct.
How do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, 20 years? Right? And how you put together your efforts in order to be that person that you want to be.
That's
or
so
that
true.
family that you want to create.
Yes, with my coaching, whether it's individual or couples as well, we do start with the goals in mind. And so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. I break them into mini goals, and I say you wake up with 3 goals a day, and then what are your 3 business and personal goals a week, and then what are they a month? So that seems a little bit easier, and slowly, step by step, they end up meeting their vision.
Correct.
But I know you have a different plan for how people can stay focused and carry through with the decisions that they're making. So how do you coach that?
Well, basically, I created a method. It's called the hand method.
Okay.
And it's a very interesting thing because you always carry your hand with you.
Correct.
Right? So starting with the vision is the thumb. So the thumb is where you're headed to.
Oh, cute. Okay.
You see?
Got it.
So when we analyze the thumb in the method, we're analyzing not only the vision, but the mission. Vision is where you're headed to. Mission is what you do, your purpose in life.
Purpose is so important to be happy.
Exactly.
Yes.
But also your values and principles.
Exactly.
You make decisions based on those values and those principles. They're easier to make because they're established already.
Right.
You see? So then you go through the rest of the fingers, which, there are many things that need to be done.
Okay.
One of the most funny ones is they like to know is about the middle finger.
Okay. What is that one?
What is the middle finger about? It's all about being better, faster, It's about bigger,
Tallest.
right? Tallest.
Yes.
So that finger, it stands out versus the rest of the fingers.
Correct.
And that's what you want to do in business. You want to stand out versus your competition.
So I always had a line, you got to have a gimmick. What makes you different from every other business that is in your
Correct. Exactly.
grouping?
That's what you're looking in that one.
I love that one. That's so creative, and I help people brainstorm that as well. How often should one review this business plan that you developed for them?
You should create a business plan at least once a year for your company.
Okay.
Evidently, the vision is going to be a long-term thing, so you won't be changing the vision every year. You establish a vision minimum for 5 years.
Okay.
And then based on that vision, you establish objectives, goals, strategies, measures.
And that makes so much sense. And they may seem like way out there. Like when I wrote my book, Love Beyond Your Dreams, my goal was get into Barnes & Noble stores and get it to #1 bestseller, which just happened for me in October.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So making those goals, no matter how impossible it seems, like to be #1 on Amazon, there's a method to everything. And there's a step and a strategy. So I just so respect what you do. But tell them what you mean by strategy and how does one develop this for their business?
Well, strategy is all about focus. it's all about choices. Sorry, and the focus you're going to put into those choices to make them happen. So think about that. One of your strategies you want to focus on swimming, for example, because you want to be healthy. Right. You could do swimming, basketball, golf, tennis, and you can't be good at all of those.
True.
So if you focus on swimming,
be really good at that.
You're going to be better and better on that one, and you'll be able to compete and perhaps win. So that's the power of being strategic. It's all about the choices.
Okay, and the plan to go step by step so you don't feel overwhelmed.
Right. First the strategy,
sense.
and for every single strategy that you have, you create a plan. Because the plan is the different steps, as you were saying, towards getting into that strategy. And that strategy is going to meet the goals and the objectives.
Right. So I can see how that equally applies to life as well as in business.
Yes. As a matter of fact, my wife and I, we have our own personal OGSM, as we used to call it. It's objective goal strategies and measure. And what we do is we have different categories, right? For example, health and beauty.
Yes.
Financial, professional, family.
And that's for
travel
you two as a couple?
Yes, of course.
I love that.
So we build that together. We create goals for the year, and then we measure that, at the end of the year.
Fabulous. I love that. Good for you. Yeah. What would you say is the difference between the objective and a strategy?
Well, when you write an objective, it's something like being the best in class, like being the leader of the market. It's all about the wording, something that is aspirational. When you're talking about the goals are more tangible figures, they're numbers.
Okay.
So you're going to reach this amount of sales, this amount of profit, and this amount of market share, for example, or these customer service ratings.
Or if you reach this goal, then you move on to this one. It's like a step-by-step plan. Gotcha. And how does one track all this? Because is it all going on in your head?
Yeah, from a business point of view, you could have your systems, right, to track all these information. You could have the accounting systems, but you could also have other systems that allow you to track your strategies.
Okay.
Because let's say one of your strategies is to focus on customer service, and that's the way you're going to differentiate yourself from your competition. So you need a system that allows you to tell you how you are doing against that strategy.
Okay.
Like, for example, there is the Net Promoter Score, which was invented by Bain, the consulting company. So they track these numbers by making just a couple of questions to your customers.
Okay.
And that gives you a rating.
Okay.
And you track that rating. So that's how you see if you're doing better, you're stable, or doing worse. And you can make the corrections needed.
Good.
On your personal life, you will need similar tools.
Right.
Going back to the swimming, how many times are you swimming in a week?
Right.
How fast are you swimming? How many laps are you doing?
What are the mini steps and goals you need to do each day, each week, each month to get this result?
Correct.
True. That's so, it's just really very much similar in life and business and love as well. So who do you do your consulting for? Is it large or small businesses, individuals, local or worldwide, and what types of businesses?
Yeah, basically there's small to medium-sized businesses. I focused on companies that are above the $2 million in sales. And I have two business models. One is business consulting, which is more on a project base. It's very intensive on the work that needs to be done. Perhaps we bring more people, and we try to generate the result as fast as possible.
Okay.
And then there's a coaching side, which is mostly towards the business owner or the leadership team, in where we go through this methodology, and it's a long process. It could take a year, it could take 2 years, and then we go through different problems or issues or challenges that the company could have. And then I help them get that resolved or that barrier overcome.
Do you ever take a one-on-one client? Like the individual small business owner, or you only work with the larger businesses?
Larger.
Yep. Time-wise, it's just too hard to do it all.
Yeah.
I get you. And how can someone contact you?
Well, they can go to my webpage. It's www.steferi.com. And then you can also give me a call at 844-5-PROFIT, the word profit.
Perfect. Thank you, Ramon, for joining us. I'm sure our viewers learned a whole lot today. But I just want to say, it's so important that you have a coach and an executive consultant, whether it's about your personal life, your business life, or your relationships. So consider that, and we will be right back with more great information for you.